everything was done, how they talked to each other, how they spoke to each other. When you know what I'm saying, when Kunta wanted to get away, he still was free in his mind. He never let them lock up his mind. You know, because he realized how important that was and how that was. And so everything out here is what? An attack on your what?
Yes.
Mind. To get
On
your
the mind,
because the powers that be understand how important that mind is. So we have to have an understanding how to get this. Now, every time you look up on Facebook, there's a challenge, right? There's a this challenge and a that challenge and a this challenge. I got a challenge. I got the nigger word, N-word challenge. How about you try to not use that word? And let's see how long you not use it. If you're a frequent user of that word, challenge yourself to not use it.
That's a good point, bro.
Fill that with bro. Fill it with queen. Fill it with king. Fill it with brother man. Fill it with soul brother. Fill it with my man. Fill it with whatever. Try that.
You're right, bro.
See how that works, brother, and see how you feel.
And being conscious, brother, it's one of those things I'm pretty sure we all experience it, man. For those that's really out here that's striving in their cause, man, it's like, you look at Facebook, right? You see some of the comments, you see some of the tags, and some of it is, some of it's humorous, some of it's funny. But when you being conscious, man, and you really are trying to establish change, some of those things, it might be the best friends, it might be families. Like me personally, I think about it all the time, and I can't mash like to condone some of the things that I hear, because if you liking it, you're condoning it, and the more that you engage in it, it's only going to prolong the change. So we like being conscious, brother. It's a all day, every day thing, and it's like we can't compromise on it. Like I said, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be some of the funniest gestures. But if you know what it is that you're promoting that's not healthy, you cannot like it. So I think what's going to happen with people, man, especially us as people, there's nothing pure anymore. There's nothing pure anymore. Your friendships are not pure. I mean, everything has a motive behind it. And it's like, you have to speak the truth, brother, even if it's against yourself, because you have to let nature take its course. And like we had this conversation before. We are righteous by nature. We are righteous by nature. Everything about the human being we are righteous by nature. Like I said, if we go just using the allegories with with Adam in the Bible, where he was placed in his garden, and we know a garden is a place where you grow things. This is where you are able to produce, to receive on the harvest. But when you look in black communities, it's like, man, you talked about earlier. We like the carrots in the garden that's never growing, but everybody else is growing. Everybody else is growing except for the carrots, and we like the carrots.
Why is that? Is it the carrots, or is it the soil that the carrots being placed in?
It has to be the soil, bro.
Has to be the soil.
It has to be, because for one, if it's getting the same sunlight, right, that comes from one source. If it's getting the same water, indeed, it comes from one source. So if everything else in that garden is growing, sometimes you have to look at the gardener. What is it that the gardener doing?
There's some culpability somewhere. There's a reason why it isn't growing. And if everything else is producing, and you saying everything else is flourishing, then you're going to check the ground, you're going to check the water, you're going to check the fertilizer, you're going to check, okay, is it the season to be planting this? Is this the right, anything. You're going to definitely want to make sure that you do everything possible, because that's important. Now, here's another thing that we got to think about also. You'll spend a lot of more time on the road that ain't growing to try to figure that out than focus on where you're getting your production at.
Exactly, bro. I agree.
If that area is not going to grow, then you're going to need to plant somewhere else.
You have to plant it somewhere else. You have to plant it somewhere else.
Not that you done said, I don't like carrots no more. I got to put these carrots somewhere else.
Got to put them somewhere where they can grow. And that's why I say, for us as a people, we have to stop worrying about if this part is going to do something for us, if this part is going to do something for us. Like everything that we're seeing in today's time, brother, it sends a message to us to let us know we need to start looking out for ourselves and quit worrying about what everybody else thinks. Quit worrying about what everybody else doing. Like, we have a problem. It's in our neighborhoods. It's a sad situation, and we need to do everything in our power.
It's not up to nobody else to fix it. You're right, because we can't look at anyone else. It has to be inside, right here. Okay, seeing, hey, brother, hey, sister. No matter what you think, no matter what you feel, you are important. No matter what somebody else told you, no matter how somebody treated you, you are important. No matter what, you are somebody. You know, because you are a child of Most High God, and when you get cut, you bleed red just like everybody else bleed red. You were created for a reason. You were created for something great. Some people don't hear that. Some people never hear how great they are. Some people, me and my wife talk about this all the time. Some people never get love. Some people never get told that they're loved, they're cared about. We go along our day because we know what we're dealing with in our day. We go within our box, we go within our area, and we go within our lane, and we comfortably ride in our lane, and we never realize what the next person is dealing with. So when I put that out sometime today early, man, on the Facebook, we have to be mindful of being kind. We have to be mindful of sowing a seed and saying something positive no matter what we're dealing with or going through, because you never know what you can plant in that next person. See, we just talked about those that's carrots in that soil. See, sometimes we can put these seeds out there and we can plant in some bad soil, but then sometimes we can put in some good soil and it's going to grow, right? So we got to continue to just sow seeds. If you a seed sower, sow seeds.
We have to sow seeds, brother.
Some good ground, some thorny ground. Sow them anyway.
And I agree with you. And it's like you was talking about with the music, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this music, brother, like, the music is a huge problem because the media reaches places. I mean, the music reaches places where it's going to be hard for me and you to reach. You know what I mean?
Very wide.
It's very wide, brother. It's very wide. And brothers got to understand that everything that we say and do, I say it time and time again, it has life behind it, bro. You know? And it's like today's music, and we wonder why. Like, you look at some of these artists, man, that's like literally blowing up, and you look at what they talking about. You look at what they talking about, and you go back 20 years or 25 years to the KRS-One days, the Public Enemy days, the Rakim days. You know, they forefront was pretty much like edutainment. They was educating and entertaining at the same time.
You didn't even know you learned something. Like, oh, man, I learned something. Right. And now you don't even get that, you know. Well, you do. You learn something. You learn how to juju on that beat. You learn how to dab. You learn how to, what's some other dances they got? They got a bunch of them. You learn something. You learn how to boogie, baby. Just party, just boogie. Because guess what, man? You know what, Vincent? We may be too uptight because it's YOLO, baby. It's YOLO. You only live one, baby. You know what I mean? So maybe we just too uptight.
Right. So here, bro. And when, like I say, and when you think about some of these major labels, bro, you know, these labels know what type of music these brothers are putting out. Yes. Right? You got brothers actually dropping CDs. They telling you how to cook dope. They telling you how to distribute dope. They telling you how to manufacture dope. They let them put the music out. They have control over the media. You know what I mean? But the same ones will talk about that destruction that's going on in the black communities. See, they allow us to talk like this to each other. But when we go to giving positive messages and we try to get brothers and sisters, they got to cut it out. You got to take that off the shelf. They can't be hearing that.
Stop that.
You know what I mean?
What you doing? What are you doing?
You're going to wake them up.
Trying to wake up some people. Hey, we good right now. Because, again, when I empty out everything that's important out of you and everything that you know, or even your desire to want to know and get something important, I can lead you anywhere I want you to go. And a lot of the rappers that are spewing the stuff that we're talking about, the negative stuff, they don't even see a sense of consciousness. They don't even care. They don't even value the fact that I am putting this information out. They don't even see themselves as role models. They don't see a social or a community responsibility to say or watch what they say or be mindful of what they say. You know why? Because they're getting paid and they're getting a check. And if I'm hungry and my stomach touching my back, I'll rap about anything if I can eat. I can rap about whatever. You want me to say what? No problem. Because there's no accountability, because their response, I got to eat. I got to eat. You weren't there with me when I was hungry. I got an opportunity. #blessed. So I got to spit it. I got to get it how I live. And if this just happened to be my story, then you can't get mad that that's my story. But my thing is, what I say is that's the only story. Is that our only existence? So we all doing that. Everything that comes out is we limited to just that one thing. Selling, screwing, slanging, hoeing, trapping, fashion, screwing,
right,
hanging, banging, slanging. That's it. We got no more value to add to the table than that. And then I see on social media the other day, what's that, Young Thug or whatever, cuss some ladies out at the airport. Black ladies, cuss them out. Call them all kind of raggedy names and all kind of stuff. Call them peasants and all this kind of stuff. And this how this young, and then went on another rant to defend that action. Man, you wear a dress.
See, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But them same brothers, the same ones, brother, they would still be supported with this type of behavior.
Much supported. People would come to that defense. People now something to listen. I don't want y'all mad at me because some of y'all may be Young Thug fans. Yeah, y'all do what y'all do. I'm just simply saying, the cat, you disrespecting, and you don't even see the fact that you disrespecting. But see, now going on the days where somebody can say, "Hey, young whippersnapper, that ain't how you roll. That ain't how this stuff go." Nobody can tell nobody nothing. Nobody want to hear nothing. Nobody want to. But everybody don't need nobody. Everybody independent. Everybody just don't this. Everybody don't need nothing. How's that working? Because everybody's separated doing their own thing because that's how it is, and that's how everybody wanted to be, no problem. But how is that working? Because we still about to go in 2017 with some of the same major issues that's going on out here, and because simply we can't understand our level, and we're going to continue to be number 2 in the one-man race until we understand that. It ain't about no big eyes, no little U's. It's us. We got to all get this, and we got to all understand it. But and that's where the music part is important, because it's a message in the music. And the message we've seen and the message we've hearing, we see the results of that message. We see the results of that message. You cannot hear negativity, and jump out that car and think warm and fuzzy thoughts. You cannot hear that. You can't put that in your psyche. It's just like McDonald's commercial. It's just everywhere. You see them, they everywhere. You can't. It's in your psyche. The food ain't good, but it's in your psyche because they're everywhere and they're available. The music ain't good, but it's available, and it got banging beats. And so don't you think again? They know that. And then it gets in your head and your mind. And so bees, hoes, tricks, sluts, this Negro, this. Every man is a threat. Every woman is something to stick our doggone stuff into. So we become just boxed in at that mindset, and you wonder why everything the way it is. And as you say, people are pocketing that money because we sell destruction. Constructive versus destructive. The constructive stuff ain't selling. This destructive stuff is making me rich. I'm sorry, man. You got to figure out a way to get rich, too. This ain't nothing but music. This ain't nothing but art. Okay, if it's nothing but that, then why come everybody ain't using that same formula? If that's the only formula that works, why everybody else not using that formula?
And that's you raised another point, and that's what I will always say: that education, proper education, proper education, and it's so deep, bro. It's so deep. I mean, but these are sensitive conversations. They are sensitive topics, but a lot of our people, bro, they do not realize, like I say, bro. We talk about white supremacy, bro, and I have to always go there because brothers talk about white supremacy, but they really don't understand the architects of white supremacy. They don't understand the draftmen. They don't understand how deeply rooted white supremacy is. So, because everything that we were taught was taught to put us in a position that we were in, and they knew we would never grow from it.
And what happens?
They knew that.
And anytime you threaten supremacy, what happens?
Oh, yeah, they're going to knock you down.
You're going to be eliminated. But
they're going to be eliminated.
Here's the other side of it, though, okay? You can be eliminated, but with that common enemy, shouldn't that unite us? Shouldn't that make us more tighter?
It's supposed to.
Okay.
But it's the proper education, bro. See,
exactly.
America, bro. We're gonna put it out. America, this country is supposed to be a Christian-based country.
Yes.
And these are facts, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be a Christian-based country.